All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, call I'm La, Alahai Nawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakak, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule and teach well, and a hearty Shalom to the elect. All right, so the other day I was riding down the road and I seen this big old arrow in somebody's yard. So today I was able to go take a picture of it. And this arrow, one thing that it symbolizes in the Bible, all right, it symbolizes two things. It's a weapon for destruction, okay, and it symbolizes nuclear missiles that's coming to America, okay, specifically to America now. As you can see in the news that the tensions between Israel and Iran are brewing out the door, okay, out the windows, just overflowing, okay, which is great, okay, because if America gets involved, which I believe that they are secretly, okay, they just have to deny it to the public. Then these other nations such as China and Russia, they're going to get involved in a bigger spectacle other than just, shipping munitions to Iran, okay? Um, but this arrow, all right, is what the Lord's going to use to shoot on America, okay? Now, if you look here in the picture, it says Trail of Tears. Now, this could be used as whatever semblance they have it from. This could be used as a remembrance for what the Native American Indians went through. All right, and one of the forms of weapons that the Native American Indians used was an arrow, bow and arrow, okay? But we know in this time that the Lord's going to have his bows and arrows shoot over here from these other nations to America, okay? To wholly destroy this place. So with enough yip-yapping, let's get into these scriptures. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 23. I'm going to read it in the NLT. And if you want to read it in the KJV, you can. It says, Babylon, the mightiest hammer in all the earth, lies broken and shattered. Babylon is desolate among the nations. And the Lord is going to do this via war, geopolitically and war politically, and with the division amongst people within the United States, okay? It says, listen, Babylon, for I have set a trap for you. You are caught, you have fought against Yahweh. Yahweh has opened his armory and brought forth weapons to vent his fury, all right? And this arrow, okay, is one of the weapons that the Lord is going to use to vent his fury upon America, the Edomites, okay? Other forms of weapon are going to be plagues, pestilence and diseases, lasers from the chariots, angels, all right, and the elect men that the Lord is going to deem to give, that the Lord has deemed to give spiritual powers to, okay? Those are other weapons in his armory, okay? But one of the main weapons are going to be these thermonuclear missiles, these arrows, okay? So it says here in verse 25, it says, the terror that falls upon Babylonians will be the work of the sovereign Lord, which his name is Yahweh of armies. It says, yes, come against her from distant lands, break open her granaries, crush her walls and houses into heaps of rubble. And that's what missiles do, okay? When missiles hit wherever the Lord wants them to hit, if you just look up what destruction looks like after a missile hits, you can see that that it's going to leave things in the sense of rubbles, okay? But if you look at 26 in the KJV, it says, come against her from the utmost borders, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing be left, and that's what's going to happen. Nothing's going to be left here. But the line of confusion that's drawn out where you won't be able to see what New York is from California or anything of that nature. Verse continuing on in the NLT, it says, destroy her completely and leave nothing. Destroy even her young bulls. It will be terrible for them too. Slaughter them all, for Babylon's day of reckoning has come. Listen to the people who have escaped from Babylon as they tell in Jerusalem how Yahweh our power has taken vengeance against those who destroyed his temple. All right. And the olden times when Nebuchadnezzar came through and sacked uh, Jerusalem, they destroyed the Lord's temple. And the Lord used another nation such as the Medo-Persian Empire. I think it was Cyrus the Great. He came against the Babylonians and had that battle with them. It's not the Battle of Opus, because that's the battle that it probably is the Battle of Opus. Or it might be the Battle of Gilgamesh. It's one of those two battles, okay? One pertained to the taking down of the Medo-Persian Empire by the Greeks, and the other one pertained to the taking down of the Babylonian Empire by the Medo-Persian Empire. I can't quite remember which one was which, but you can look them up for yourself. But Esau Edom has destroyed the Lord's temple in modern day time by destroying the Lord's people, okay? Verse 29, it says, send out a call for archers to come to Babylon, surround the city, so no one can escape. Do to her as she has done to others, for she has defied Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. Her young men will fall in the streets and die. Her soldiers will be killed, says Yahweh. See, I'm your enemy, you arrogant people, says Yahweh of hosts, of armies. Your day of reckoning has arrived, the day when I will punish you. O land of arrogance, you will stumble and fall, and no one will rise up for you. I will light a fire in the cities of Babylon and throw that will burn up everything around them. That is what Yahweh of armies, Yahweh of hosts says. The people of Israel and Judah, both northern and southern kingdom, have been wrong. Their captors hold them and refuse to let them go. But the one who redeems is strong. His name is Yahweh of hosts. He will defend them and give them rest in Israel. But for the people of Babylon, there will be no rest, okay? The rest is going to come to us, but death and destruction has to come here. And then when we get put in the kingdom, that's going to be our rest. But these people that have oppressed us, they're going to be our captives, and we're going to be their captors. Okay, so let's go to, because it said that there's not going to be anything left for them. I think it's Micah 4. No, it's Malachi. Let me go to Malachi. All right, this is Malachi 4:1 in the KJV. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, yea, and all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. All right, so there's not going to be anything left here, and the people that are going to die, their seed line is not going to continue, all right, in this earthly fashion, okay? I'm not specifically sure how it's going to go in the kingdom, but it's going to go somewhere in the kingdom where they're going to be reborn. Their kids are going to come, and they're going to be in hardcore slavery like we were, okay? But this wasn't the one I wanted either. Here it goes. This is Malachi 1:1. It said, the burden of Yahweh to Malachi to the Lord. Salakia, the word of Yahweh. Salakia, the burden of Yahweh. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh, yet I love Jacob. And he gave us the birthright where we're going to inherit after this world is gone down. It says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. So they rebuilt this place they've rebuilt this revised Roman Empire off the backs of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. But just like we read in Jeremiah, there's going to be nothing left. Okay, when the Lord destroys this place via sending one of the plagues or one of his killing instruments, the arrows, okay? So this is 2 Ezra 16:1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia, and woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. America is getting closer and closer to every day where it's going to be utterly destroyed, okay? It says a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? So fire comes in the sense of adversity, and fire comes from weapons, okay, such as these thermonuclear missiles that are coming, okay? Plagues are sent to you. What is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble? When it has begun, the answer is no. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? The Lord is sending these other nations to shoot off their thermonuclear missiles, aka their arrows, okay, to hit America. And there's no turning them back once they come. If you read in the book of Joel, it says that they're going to fall in line and not miss their rank, not miss their mark, okay? They're going to climb into housetops like thieves, okay? They're going to do a lot. They're going to make the earth to quake and tremble, okay? Because the fear of the Lord is going to be on them, all right? It says, the Lord, the mighty Lord, which his name is Yahweh, sendeth the plagues. Who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who shall be able to quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Yahweh shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with the waves, and with the deep from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before Yahweh, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. There we go. The Lord's going to shoot arrows over here, man. All right? Hypersonic thermonuclear missiles, Minuteman missiles, whatever they called, okay? All right? Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? All right, the days that are coming, we need Yahweh Shemel Shai to deliver us. Not nothing that we can do, only the Lord. But arrows are coming. The Lord will, you is edified to the next time. Shalom.